Looking to market your basement waterproofing company, in this video, I'm going to lay out a complete marketing plan to help you increase your sales and keep your schedules full, specifically for basement waterproofing companies. All right, so let's hop right into this. So the first thing that we look at is our customer journey, and think about your business on this. This is what you should be doing. There's three pillars. There's visibility, there's conversions, and there's retargeting. A lot of times with basement waterproofing, it's like, you're chasing the next job, the next big project, whether it's foundation repair or crawl space encapsulation, whatever. Other the retargeting side, there's specific things. Obviously, if they got their basement waterproof, they probably don't need your service again. But you could offer them specific things like, sump pump, maintenance plans, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to kind of touch on this, but there's also a little twist to this that I'll share with you as well. But there's three main parts: visibility, conversions, retargeting. When it comes to visibility, I'm going to dive in on this, but SEO, running ads, social media posting, direct mail, prospect calls, B2B relationships. So let's just go through this. So organic search online. So I pulled up this right here. This is basement waterproofing, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You can see here there's going to be four main sections on Google that we're going to talk about. The first one is called Google Local Service Ads. These are a home run, and you want to make sure that you have these set up. Now, if you don't have enough Google reviews, it's going to be really hard to be shown here. So what you want to do is do a neutral search in your area and see who else shows up and how many reviews that they have. The reason that these are so important, and I pulled it up right here, and I'll put a link to this down below, but basically, you can put in your zip code, how many leads that you want, and then under Foundation Pro in Google Local Service Ads, you can select basement waterproofing or whatever else that you do. But Foundation Pro is going to be your industry that you want to select, and then you can see in your area how much a lead costs. So in Pittsburgh, it's $100 to $152. Let's say your close rate's 50%. If you were to spend $300 on a lead and you get a 10K, 20K job out of it, it's a home run. So I always like to start with the number one place on Google, also the biggest home run. The biggest thing, though, that's hard to rank on here because you have to have enough Google reviews because they only show 2 people, and Google only makes money if someone clicks this button. Now over here, these are your Google search ads. I would recommend having these, but you're going to be competing with some of these bigger players in the market. And I'm not sure necessarily in your area, but these are some big players on the East Coast that they're going to be having high budgets for Google search. So I usually start with Google Local Service Ads. You can run Google search ads when it's raining or something like that, but definitely start with Google Local Service Ads is a big area of opportunity. Now, this is your organic stuff. So your Google business profile, if you're located in a specific city, what you want to do when you search for this, you want to see who else you're competing against. So whether that's this company, you can see that these companies have 118, 113, and 12. So if you were a smaller company and you had 50 Google reviews and you were located in Pittsburgh, then you could beat this company because you're located in the area and also you have more Google reviews than them. Now, this is something that's very, very interesting that I want to bring notice to. You see, neither of these companies are located in Pittsburgh, but because they would be listed here because they have more Google reviews than all these companies. However, they are being shown for these keywords. Reason this is important is, let's say that you're located outside of Pittsburgh, but you want people in Pittsburgh. Well, Google Local Service Ads allow you to target specific locations. So then you could be outside in the suburbs, but still targeting the main cities. That's why, again, these are so important. This is only going to allow you to really focus on wherever your geographical location is. So if you're located outside, you're not going to rank inside of Pittsburgh because these people are literally located in Pittsburgh, and Google uses your geographical location as one of the main metrics for showing here. So what can you do to get your stuff optimized on here? On this slide deck here, I have the basic breakdown, but your Google business profile, go through, make sure everything's filled out. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do that. 17% of it is your rankings, your on-page SEO, and I'll show you an example of that. Your links. So you want to make sure that you have your website optimized with internal linking. Citations, your name, address, and phone number needs to match across the place, but none of these are actually that important. Up here, I would just focus on getting Google reviews and getting your stuff set up and your on-page SEO. Now, that's the next part I'm going to show you. I'll just show you a live example. I haven't pulled this up yet, but I just want to show you. Okay, Baker's Waterproofing. So you see Baker's is number 1 on here. They got a bunch of reviews. They're not running any search ads, or they're not being shown on search ads. They're not being showing in here because they're probably not even located in Pittsburgh. But you can see that they have a website, Baker's Waterproofing, and then this is their Pittsburgh page specifically. So this is a big area of opportunity for a lot of these companies out here, these basement waterproofing companies. So this right here is their page specifically for service area Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So this is called a service area page. And I'm going to just pull this in over here so that way we can look at it using this plugin. So you can see right here, I'm going to pull this thing up. So this is their title of their page, Pittsburgh Basement Waterproofing. And so in your area, you would create a page specifically for the services areas that you service. Your description should say something about the city that you want to target. And then your H1 should say something about the city that you want to target. So your title tag, meta description, and H1 should all match up. Now you can see here, they focus on all these different cities. And I would say they probably have different service area pages for all this. And if we go back to their main website, let's see. Their main website is just Pennsylvania and West Virginia's leading experts for foundation repair. And their H1 doesn't say anything. And then they have all these service area pages tying in all these different things. So this is done correctly. And if we look at it on here, this shows up number one, even though, again, they're not located in Pittsburgh. So this is a great opportunity from an SEO perspective to rank for basement waterproofing. So if we go back to this slide here, we talked about SEO. So there's on-site SEO, off-site SEO, your Google Business Profile. Then there's also the specific on-site SEO, optimizing it properly. And then we talked about ads. I would specifically focus on Google local service ads, and then also focus on your Google search ads if you want to do that. Now with basement waterproofing, this is pretty unique because when it rains, you want to be shown everywhere because everyone's stuff is leaking. So what I would recommend doing is going to Facebook ads library, and we'll just pull up some of these big ones. And here are like 58 foundations. You can also type in basement waterproofing, and it's going to show you what other people are running for ads. And so what I would recommend doing is for Facebook, just going here and running similar ads, specifically targeting your area. And this is just a large company on the East Coast, which is why I'm showing them. But these are good Facebook ads. I would only run these when it's raining, mostly because Facebook ads, what we found is that there has to be a need. And if there's not a need, it doesn't make sense. So you would want to use Google because Google, people are searching for the product or service that you offer. So it's better to optimize for Google than it is for Facebook, in my opinion. All right, so let's go back to this. So when we look at running these ads, we talked about Google local service ads, Google search ads, and then we're going to look at prospect calls and B2B. B2B is a huge, huge area of opportunity for basement waterproofing companies. What I would recommend is building a list of realtors in your area, even like flooring companies or restoration companies that do water extraction, because they're going to have a lot of leads that you can refer back and forth. So let's say someone calls you because they need basement waterproofing. Well, yeah, they're going to probably have a flood in their basement, and they're going to need mold restoration, water damage restoration. So you could build relationships with all these people and give them a cut of whatever refers that they give you. We've seen people giving 5%, 10% of the job just to get referrals. So what we typically do is we would build a list of all those people, like I just listed, and even more, HVAC, carpet cleaning, all these people, because they all come in contact with leaky basements or musty smells in basement. And we can say, hey, if you refer us a $20,000 job, we can give you a $1,000, $2,000 check all day long. And so then you're basically empowering them to sell your service. So from a B2B's perspective, this is huge. Now, what you can do is take all these people and put them into a monthly newsletter. And then now you're reaching out to all of these people every single month, staying top of mind, and then getting them to refer you. So let's say it's February right now, which it is in our area. So what are we talking about? We're talking about freezing pipes. We're talking about musty smell in their basement. We're talking about ice and snow runoff into their basement, that kind of stuff. And then what is going to allow them to do is then refer you business. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, how do they come in here and turn into a lead? So from a B2B perspective, you want to make it super easy for these people to refer you. So what I would recommend doing is creating a separate page on your website for contractors to submit their leads. You can get all the information. Then all they have to do is just quickly submit leads right online. Now, for everyone holistically, we're going to just follow along on this funnel. So from a conversion perspective, maybe you have some type of a discount, or maybe you offer $500 off if they, fill out this form or whatever your call to action might be. But I would recommend always doing free estimates or free inspections, and even offering these people free inspections to give to their clients. If there's a musty spell, like, hey, I work with this basement waterproofing company, they do free inspections of your foundation and that kind of stuff, maybe it'd be beneficial for you. Ultimately, you want to run them through some type of a sequence in here. So just because you get a lead, you got to nurture that lead to get them to schedule an appointment and this whole process, which there's a lot of things that you could do on this. Ideally, you want to create content that they are looking for. So let's say someone's interested in basement waterproofing. You want to create content on like three things to look for when you have a musty basement, that kind of stuff. ultimately working them through this funnel and then bringing them into the retargeting. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you can cross-sell other services. So maybe there's a maintenance agreement when it comes to like monitoring your sump pump, whether it's you offer them some type of IAQ or something like that. That way that you can stay top of mind and make sure that all their stuff is running and bringing them back into the funnel. The other thing you can do is offer them a referral. So you could say, hey, if you refer someone to us for basement waterproofing, we'll give you whatever, $100 Amazon gift card or something like that. Or you'll both get $100 or $500 off your waterproofing project. This will incentivize them in their neighborhood to recommend you because, as we know, one home if there's one home, there's probably dozens or if not more of that homes in this area that probably have the same issue. So that's a really good way. And then retargeting, bringing them back into the funnel. So holistically, this is what we do with our clients, especially basement waterproofing specifically. We implement a system like this in their business, and we've seen extreme results. One thing that I wanted to show you was this was a result that we had for basement waterproofing company. This is their Google business profile. You see they have 25 calls, and then in January, just 6 months, now they have 100 calls. So they had 7 reviews. They got 76 reviews. As I mentioned, that helped us. They didn't have a complete Google business profile. They had the wrong categories listed, and no one was managing it. When they did that, you can see that this helped tremendously, and they weren't tracking any progress on rankings or keywords. So as I mentioned before, there's a bunch of keywords that you want to be ranking for, and you can see that this works really, really good. So if you're interested, we do free marketing audits. We can literally go through your whole marketing plan and audit it and give you a roadmap, hop on a call for 30 minutes and show you exactly what we would recommend doing. Whether we work together or not, it's all good. We do this because it's helpful. And if it comes out of it that we work together, great. If not, it's all good. I'll put a link to that down below. Hope this video is helpful. If you like content like this, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.